Hi, good morning. Um, it is about 7 o'clock, I think. Um, I just thought that I would do a video on living with POTS. I was diagnosed with POTS or postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome when I was I don't know. I was very young the first time I was diagnosed with it. And then the second time it was a work in progress. So, I was diagnosed originally with long QT syndrome, which if anyone wonders what that is, you have like when you have an electrocardiogram or an ECG or an EKG, that's when they put the stickers all over your chest. You have a long wave. It's actually two waves. So you get that long wiggly line, and two of those wiggles in the line are too far apart, and that is not a good thing. And so pretty much what happens is if that line gets longer and longer and longer and longer apart, your heart pumps like this and it stops pumping like that, and it will start going faster and faster and faster, and then instead of pumping it starts twisting, and when it's twisting it's not pumping any blood, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's not a shockable rhythm. So as far as I know, it's not a shockable rhythm. It might be, but it's got to be done like right away. So that's how they kind of figured it out that I had POTS, was because I have very noticeable POTS. When I stand up, my heart rate goes from like hanging out in the 70s, 80s to like standing up, it goes to like 160. Like, it is extremely noticeable. And then they put me on metoprolol. It helped a lot. And then all of a sudden, my blood pressure was dropping, and I had very, very low blood pressure in the first place, and it was dropping in even lower. So we were waiting for this medication to come out in the United States called Corlinor, because I would swell up really bad due to another medication that they used in the United States. And it finally came out, actually right close to when he decided that I should be put on another medication. And we got okayed, thank goodness, by the insurance company to use it on the off-label use. Right away we were okayed. We didn't have to fight them at all. And they said yes. I was put right on it. And yeah, and I've been doing okay. I have my fatigue days. I have days when I'll be doing fine, but walking distances are really hard. The distance thing is extreme for me. I cannot walk distances really well. I've gained a lot of weight because of it. So they're sending me for a bunch of testing, because I've gained like 50 pounds from it, which is a big deal for me because I had anorexia, and look at me now. I mean, it's not, and they're worried it's going to trigger it again. So they're really, really concerned. And I have something now wrong with my liver or something. They actually don't know if it's my liver, but that's worrisome. So yeah, those two things are what POTS is. I mean, the real dirt down thing about POTS is there's a lot of things that might be causing it, but they're not really sure. Some people say it's the amount of blood in your system. Well, my hematocrit levels and everything are fine. I have a little bit of, like, I'm a little low on something in my blood, but it's nothing extreme. Some people say that it's, what was the other thing I was told? It has to do with the salt, because you have to keep your salt level up. That is true. You do have to keep your salt level up to keep your blood pressure up. I drink a ton of Gatorade. You're also supposed to eat salt-enriched diet. I can't do that. Sorry, that's never gonna happen. That's a phobia of mine. I can get away with drinking Gatorade. I can't do salt-enriched diet. Not gonna happen. And my doctor knows that. He says there's no way, like, I can try as much as I can, but I can't do that. But, I mean, POTS is hell on earth to live with. And then I have gastroparesis as well, which means my intake stinks. My stomach runs at 32%. And there's nothing they can do about that either. They just hope that it still keeps working as much as it does. Keep my vitamins and minerals up. Hope they don't have to put a feeding tube in anytime soon. Right now we're working on getting me a port. My doctor is talking about it. Finally. I know that sounds weird, but when you get poked, like, I sound like a 5-year-old poked. When you get stuck, like, 20 times every time you go in to get an IV, no one wants that, and especially the person getting the IV. So we'll talk more about that next time. Yep, if I can find that stop button.